Have you ever experienced a moment so profound that it felt as though something beyond this world was reaching out to you? A moment where your heart trembled, your mind awakened, and your soul felt an overwhelming sense of clarity? These moments are not random. They could be signs from Allah, the Most Merciful, calling upon you, guiding you toward Him. But how do you know for sure? How can you tell if these experiences are Allah's way of speaking to you? Are you among the chosen ones whom He has selected for His divine guidance? Allah does not leave His servants lost without direction. He places signs along their journey, physical, emotional, and spiritual signals that remind them of His presence. Yet many people overlook these signs, dismissing them as coincidences. But nothing from Allah is random. Everything has a purpose, and everything happens by His divine wisdom. In the Quran, Allah promises, "And those who strive for us, we will surely guide them to our ways." And indeed, Allah is with the doers of good. Surah Al-Ankabut 29 verse 69. This is a divine guarantee that if you seek Him, He will guide you, speak to you, and show you the way. But here's the question. Are you paying attention to His call? Are you recognizing the signs He is sending you? In this video, we will unveil 9 powerful physical signs that indicate Allah is speaking to you. Each of these signs is a reminder, a whisper from the divine, a way for Allah to communicate with your heart and soul. Some of these signs may be subtle, yet they hold immense meaning. Others may be so clear and overwhelming that they leave no room for doubt. If you have experienced even one of these, consider yourself blessed, because Allah is reaching out to you. So stay with me till the end. Listen closely, reflect deeply, and ask yourself, could Allah be speaking to me right now? Let's begin. Number 1. Unexplained shivers or goosebumps in worship. In the stillness of prayer, in the quiet moments of remembrance, something unexpected happens. A sudden wave of shivers courses through the body. The skin tingles, the heart beats differently, and for a brief moment, the soul feels as though it has touched something beyond this world. This sensation is not random. It is not a simple reaction to the environment. It is a sign that Allah's words, His presence, and His message have reached deep within. It is the heart recognizing the truth, the soul responding to the call of its Creator. Allah describes this in the Quran. The believers are only those who, when Allah is mentioned, their hearts become fearful, and when His verses are recited to them, it increases them in faith, and upon their Lord they rely. Surah Al-Anfal 8:2. This trembling is a spiritual awakening. When the Quran is recited with sincerity, when a powerful dua is made, or when a moment of deep reflection strikes, this physical response is a reminder that faith is alive within. It is the soul's way of confirming that Allah's words are reaching the heart. Some feel it during the recitation of a verse that speaks directly to their situation. Others experience it in sujood, when their forehead presses against the ground, and the weight of their connection with Allah becomes undeniable. For some, it happens in complete solitude, when remembering Allah and realizing that He has never left their side. This is a moment to hold on to. It is a sign of guidance, a reassurance from the Almighty that faith still flows through the heart. When these shivers arrive, when the body reacts to the remembrance of Allah in ways that cannot be explained, it is a blessing. It is an invitation to draw even closer, to strengthen the bond with the One who is always near. This is not just a fleeting sensation. It is Allah speaking to the soul, reminding it of its true purpose. Number 2. Tears that flow without explanation. Tears have a language of their own. Sometimes they fall in moments of deep reflection. Other times they come without warning, during salah, in the middle of dhikr, or in complete solitude. There is no sadness, no pain, yet the heart feels something so powerful that the eyes can no longer hold back. These are not ordinary tears. They are not a sign of weakness. They are a response to something far greater, a response to Allah's call. When the soul feels the weight of His presence, when the heart becomes aware of its connection to the Creator, the body reacts in the purest way possible, through tears. The Prophet gave glad tidings to those who weep for the sake of Allah. He said, 2 eyes will never be touched by the fire, an eye that weeps out of fear of Allah, and an eye that spends the night standing in prayer. Tirmidhi 1639. These are tears of sincerity. They cleanse the heart, wash away sins, and bring a person closer to Allah. Some experience this when reciting the Quran and suddenly a verse strikes deep, making them feel as though Allah is speaking directly to them. Others find themselves weeping in sujood, feeling the weight of their mistakes but also the mercy of their Lord. And there are those who cry simply because they miss Allah, longing for His closeness, yearning for His guidance. These moments are a gift. They are a sign that the heart is still soft, still capable of feeling the presence of Allah. A hardened heart does not cry for its Creator, but a heart that Allah has chosen to guide will always find itself moved in His remembrance. If your eyes have ever overflowed without explanation, if your heart has ever felt overwhelmed by an indescribable emotion, know that this is Allah drawing you closer. He is purifying your soul, strengthening your faith, and reminding you that He sees you, He hears you, and He has never left you. Do not hold back these tears. They are not a burden, they are a blessing. Let them flow, for they are a sign that Allah is speaking to you. Number 3. A sudden desire to seek knowledge. A sudden pull toward knowledge, an unshakable urge to understand Islam on a deeper level. This feeling is not ordinary. It comes without warning. A simple verse from the Quran stirs curiosity. A single hadith sparks the need to know more. The heart begins to crave answers, guidance, and clarity. This is not just a passing thought. It is a divine invitation, a call from Allah, drawing you closer to Him through knowledge. Many people spend their lives distant from seeking Islamic wisdom, preoccupied with worldly matters. But when Allah chooses someone for guidance, He places in their heart a thirst for learning. The Prophet said, "When Allah intends good for someone, He grants him understanding of the religion." Bukhari 71, Muslim 137. This desire does not come from the mind alone. It is a sign that Allah wants to open doors for you, to bring you closer to Him through knowledge. It may start with a single question. What does this verse mean? How can I strengthen my faith? Then, slowly, the curiosity grows. A person finds themselves reading the Quran more attentively, listening to scholars with deep interest, and searching for answers to questions they never asked before. These moments are priceless. They mark the beginning of transformation. Every book read, every lecture heard, every moment spent learning Islam is a step toward the light of truth. Knowledge strengthens faith, removes doubts, and brings peace to the soul. If this desire has entered your heart, embrace it. It is not a coincidence, it is not a distraction, it is a direct sign from Allah, guiding you toward what is best. Do not ignore this calling. Follow it, learn, grow, and let the wisdom of Islam illuminate your path. Number 4. Recurring dreams. With Islamic symbols. Have you ever found yourself dreaming of being in Mecca, standing in prayer at the mosque, or reciting verses from the Quran? These are not just random dreams. They are messages from Allah. The Prophet ﷺ taught us that a good dream, one that carries a positive and meaningful message, is a sign from Allah. He said, "A good dream that comes true is from Allah." Allah, in His mercy, often communicates with those He loves through dreams. These dreams may not always be vivid or frequent, but when they happen, they are full of meaning. If you keep seeing Islamic symbols, whether it's a place of worship, the Kaaba, or any element tied to the teachings of Islam, understand that it's not just your imagination running wild. It is your soul receiving a divine message, a gentle reminder from Allah. So when these dreams come to you, take a moment to reflect. Ask yourself, what is Allah trying to tell me? Perhaps it's a sign to return to prayer, to deepen your connection with the Quran, or to follow a more righteous path. Pay close attention to these recurring dreams, as they may be Allah's way of guiding you on the right path. Number 5. An unshakable feeling of peace in hard times. Life is filled with challenges, and at times we all face moments of hardship. But have you ever experienced a sense of peace, one that feels unexplainable, even when everything around you seems uncertain? That feeling of calmness is called sakina, a tranquility sent by Allah to those He loves. In the Quran, Allah reassures us, "Indeed, with hardship comes ease." Surah Ash-Shar 94:6. This verse is a reminder that no matter how difficult the situation may seem, ease is always on the horizon, and Allah's mercy is ever present. When your heart remains calm and steady during storms, it is a sign that Allah is with you. He strengthens your soul, giving you the resilience to face whatever comes your way. This peace isn't from the world, it's a divine gift, a reassurance that Allah has not forgotten you and that He is guiding you through the toughest moments. So if you ever feel this unshakable peace in the midst of your struggles, take it as a sign that Allah is near, comforting your heart and reminding you that ease will follow the hardship. Number 6. A sudden detachment from sin. There was once a time when sin felt easy, when you may not have thought twice about certain actions. But now, something has changed. Your heart feels uneasy, restless, and no longer drawn to those things. This is not a coincidence. It is a sign that Allah is cleansing your soul, guiding you towards a better path. The Prophet said, "When Allah loves a servant, He protects him from the world's temptations." This means that when Allah's love surrounds you, He helps you turn away from the things that once seemed appealing, because He knows they will harm your heart and soul. If you find that sins no longer have the same pull on you, take a moment to reflect. This is Allah speaking to you. He is calling you back to Him, inviting you to leave behind the distractions of this world and to embrace purity and righteousness. This shift in your heart is a beautiful reminder that Allah is with you, guiding you closer to Him, away from the things that once held you back. Number 7. A desire to spend more time alone with Allah. Have you noticed that you now feel a strong pull towards solitude? You find yourself wanting to be alone, not out of loneliness, but to reflect, to pray, and to connect with Allah. This is not just a passing feeling, it is a gift from Allah. The Prophet used to seek solitude in the cave of Hira long before the first revelation. There, in silence and isolation, he found the space to connect with Allah. This time of solitude was not just a retreat from the world, it was a moment of deep reflection and spiritual preparation. In the same way, when Allah wants to elevate your soul and draw you closer to Him, He often calls you to His presence in silence. It's in these moments of stillness that you can hear His voice, feel His guidance, and strengthen your connection with Him. So, if you feel this growing desire to spend time alone in worship, know that it is a sign from Allah. He is inviting you to come closer, to find peace in His presence, and to purify your heart in His light. Number 8. Unexpected blessings at the right time. There are moments in life when you feel desperate, caught in a struggle, only for help to come in the most unexpected way. It could be a financial breakthrough when you least expected it, a friend appearing just when you needed comfort, or an opportunity that seems to fall into your lap at the perfect time. These aren't mere coincidences, they are signs of Allah's divine intervention. The Prophet ﷺ reminded us that when we place our full trust in Allah, He will provide for us just as He provides for the birds. They go out in the morning hungry and return with full stomachs. This beautiful analogy shows us how Allah, in His infinite mercy, ensures that we are always provided for, at the right time, in the right way. So, when doors open at that perfect moment, take a deep breath and reflect on the blessing. Know that Allah is speaking to you, gently reminding you that He is Al-Razaq, the provider. These unexpected blessings are His way of showing you His love and mercy, a clear sign that He is always by your side, ready to guide and support you through every challenge. Number 9. Unexpected blessings at the right time. At times, life throws challenge after challenge, and you might find yourself asking, "Why me?" You might feel overwhelmed, as though every trial is a weight too heavy to bear. But know this, these trials are not a punishment. They are a purification process. The Prophet said, "When Allah loves a people, He tests them." This is a reminder that every difficulty, every hardship is not meant to break you, but to elevate you. It's through these tests that Allah purifies your soul and strengthens your character. If your faith remains strong through the trials, know that you are being prepared for something far greater. Each test is a step toward something better, a sign that Allah is shaping you into a person worthy of His blessings. If you feel this weight in your life, it is a clear message. Allah is elevating you, and you are among the chosen ones.